Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to go over how to default the close date of an opportunity to be the end of the month instead of the end of the quarter for those that are created from lead conversion. So what does that mean? When we go to convert a lead, it will naturally push the opportunity close date out to the end of the quarter. You don't see this problem if you're creating an opportunity from the opportunities tab because you're able to fill in the close date. But on lead conversion, it'll always default out. You can see here to the end of the quarter. We want to change this. We want to make it so when you convert the lead, the close date is the end of the month. And we want to take it one step further and have it that it defaults to the end of the month for a particular user's role. So let's get started with this. We're going to go over to the setup. Then we're going to find the role developer name that we would want this to be the default for. So in the quick find, we're going to type in role. And then in our use case, we're going to use channel sales. And then over here, the role name, we're just going to copy this. And we're going to save it to our notepad right here for when we create the flow. So we have this for later. You don't have to do this step if it doesn't matter whatever role, if you want all of the roles to default to the end of the month. But in this use case, we just wanted one particular role to have a default of the end of the month. So now we're going to type into our quick find flow. Apologies, sometimes my laptop is delayed with what is appearing on the screen, and we're going to click on flows. Now we're going to create a record trigger flow. We're going to press new flow, then a new tab will appear, and we're going to select record trigger flow and click create. So when a lead is updated, as in when it is converted, because the lead status will update, we want this to fire. We're going to select the object of lead, trigger the flow when a record is updated, and then we have some requirements that we want to put in here as well. So we're going to create a formula field for this because we do not have a custom field that populates the role on the lead. So we need to make sure that we're filtering out any of those leads that are updated that don't meet this criteria. So we have the condition requirements, formula evaluates to true. And now we want to look for when the record is converted. So we don't want to capture any of the leads in this flow that aren't getting converted, right? We don't care if they update another field or they're still working on the leads. We only care when the lead is converted. So record is converted equals true. So that checkbox, if you ever make a report, you'll see that converted checkbox, it will be checked equaling true. And the additional thing we want in there is that we only want this to, default when it's that role of channel sales. So we're going to create an and statement here. So when it is converted and the record owner, so we're going to go to record owner user user role, and then developer name equals, and then a bracket. We're going to go back to our notepad here and capture channel sales, copy it and paste it over the channel sales team, and then we're going to close our bracket. So we'll quickly check this syntax to make sure it's valid. It is. And then we're going to cap actions and related records. We're going to keep that selected. So we can move on because that is our entry criteria. We're going to quickly save this so we don't lose our work. You can save it to whatever works for you. Lead conversion update default date, and we're going to click save. The next thing that we're going to want to do is to update the records. So we're going to go and select update records. And in particular, we want to update the opportunity. So over here, we're going to create our label of update opportunity. And then we want to specify the conditions to identify which opportunity records to update. So we're going to select object opportunity. And then we are going to find the ID of the opportunity. Make sure it equals the record. And then we're going to find converted opportunity ID. So what this does is it's going to filter the opportunities to find the record ID of the new opportunity that equals the converted record ID of that lead for that opportunity, so that we're not pulling in a bunch of, opportunities that don't matter. Or sorry, not pulling in, updating opportunities that aren't connected. So let me say that one again. So once we've done ID equals the converted opportunity ID, essentially is we want to filter out any opportunities that don't meet that criteria, because we really want to only update that opportunity that's connected to that lead conversion. So now we're going to set the close date field for the end of the month. So we're going to have to create a new resource. We're going to select a formula field. We'll call it end of month. And then the data type, we're going to select date. And then we're going to start writing our formula. I took the formula from the sample date formulas that is found on the Salesforce website. And we're going to scroll down to the end of the month, the last day of the month, formula field. And we're just going to formula, and we're just going to copy it there. I will include this link in the description of the YouTube video, so you have easy access to this formula. We're going to copy it. We're going to come back to this screen, and we're going to paste it. Now, with this formula, what we need to do is we need to change the date that it has right here. So it has date. We're going to select today. And then we're going to do that for all of them. So we'll just copy this and take out the date. So this is essentially like in the description right here. We'll come back to this. It says the easiest way to find the last day of a month is to find the first day of the next month and subtract a day. So that's how this formula calculates out, right? Because this is if the month of today's equals 12, which would be December, then it goes and finds the 31st, and then you get the first day, and then you subtract one to get the 31st. So that's what that formula means and how it's worked out. So right here, we're going to just check syntax. It should be great. We're going to select done. And now we've got our close date will be the end of the month instead of the end of the quarter. So now we're just going to go over here and click save. And we will activate our flow. Now you can go and test this. I encourage you to do debug tests and everything like that. In this example, I've already done it once before, so we're gonna go back to our leads right here. We're gonna convert one, and you'll see that the close date now is the end of the month instead of the end of the quarter upon conversion. So we'll click convert here. We will select Blues Entertainment, and you can see that the close date, because I am system admin, is still the same. So it is March 31st. I forgot that we had added that extra piece to it. So you can see that that didn't change because I'm system admin. So we're going to go in and we're going to log in as our other user. So our other user, Jane Doe, has the role of channel sales team, and we'll convert a lead from that profile, that role, and you'll see that it'll change to the end of the month. So let's do that. Completely forgot that we added that into our flow. So we'll just quickly log in as Jane Doe. We'll go to the leads tab and we will convert a lead. So we'll just select all open leads. Perfect, Jeff. So now we will, we're gonna just quickly change the ownership over to Jane Doe. Change owner, and we'll click convert here. Convert. And now you can see from the opportunity that the close date will be the end of this month, so the end of January. So that is how you change the close date on conversion of a lead to be the end of the month for a particular role. So if you didn't want that entry criteria to include the role, you can just leave this out and make it a record is converted equals true statement, or just have it meet the criteria. You don't have to do a formula for it. If you'd like to swap this instead of being the user's role, it could be a profile. You can do that as well here. So hopefully you've liked this video, so please like and subscribe. Thanks.